So I was just out for a walk. I thought, why don't I do the introduction to my next video? Because I am a little bit homeless at the moment. I have no working space. I'm going to show you where my working space is going to be in this video, and I'm also going to show you a little bit of finishing off that I did for a knitting project a week or so ago. This is about a 10-minute walk away from my house, which is where I'm going to be working from as soon as I've got a space created in the house to work from. So here it is. This is the garage. This is going to be converted into my workspace. And when it's finished, I'm going to have lots of light coming in. I'm going to have skylights up there in the roof, and I'm going to have big windows at the front, and I'm going to be looking out onto this view of next door's garden, which is not too bad. So now there's going to be a little section of me demonstrating how I finished off a cowl that I made a couple of weeks ago as a sample for my next brioche knitting workshop at Amble Pincushion. So I'm going to be join this piece of 2-colour brioche knitting. I'm going to join it into a tube so that it can be a cowl. So it'll be a cowl like this. And usually the method that I use, I've got a provisional cast on there, so I've got some live pink stitches there, and I'm going to make another row of pink stitches there to match. And what I usually do is I then do a 3-needle bind off to make it into a tube, because this is a beginner's brioche level, not beginner's knitter, beginner's brioche level project, and I was trying to keep the finishing off as simple as possible. So what I normally do is I just do a 3-needle bind off. But what I'm going to do for a change, I'm going to graft the 2 ends together in the same way that I would the toe of my socks. So I'm going to have a set of pink stitches here and a set of pink stitches here. Because it's 2-colour and it's done pink and green, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the grafting bit in the green, and because I think that'll give quite a nice effect of the join. It'll make it 2-colour to match with the rest of it. So I just thought I'd make a quick video of myself doing that. So first of all, I'm knitting all the stitches with my light colour. So these are brioche stitches, so I'm brioche knitting that one. That one I'm just knitting. So that's so that I've got a row of stitches that I can graft to the row of stitches that I did right at the beginning. I did a row of stitches exactly the same. So I've done that, and right at the beginning I've got a provisional cast on, and then that's a lifeline that I've put in, and I've got a row of stitches there. So I'm going to take this provisional cast off out now, and I'm going to need another needle to put them on. So I'm going to cut the yarn that I've been working with. So I'm going to leave an end there of the dark colour that I can sew in later. And I'm going to do the same, because I'm not going to use this light colour to do the grafting. I'm going to do it with the dark colour because I want to see what that looks like. So I'm going to cut that. So that's that. And now I'm going to take out this brown yarn. So I have carefully removed this provisional cast on. So I've now got a lifeline, which is the yellow yarn, and some stitches, which I'm going to put onto this needle. So I should have 39 stitches, I'll say. So I'm going to pick up 39 stitches that are on that lifeline. I'm going to put them on to this needle. So I've got 39 stitches on there now. I've checked that they're all there. So I'm going to take this lifeline out now. So I've now got two sets of stitches, one there and one there. I'm going to join them together. It's going to make a tube. So I'm going to begin. I want to do it in this darker colour. So I need a length of yarn that's at least 4 times the width of what I'm going to join. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 4. But I'm gonna, just for safety's sake, I'm gonna cut it a bit longer than that, so that I know I've got plenty of yarn. Now I need a tapestry needle. So I'm going to start at this end. This is the last row that I've just knitted, and that's where I'd knitted to. So this is the end I'm going to start at, and I'm going to join these 2 edges together. So I'm going to begin by taking the needle purlwise through this front stitch here. And I'm just going to leave a tail of yarn that I can sew in at the end. And I'm going to take the needle knitwise through that stitch at the back there. And then I'm going to come to the front needle again and take the yarn knitwise through that stitch and take the yarn off the needle, the stitch off the needle, sorry. Bring the yarn right through and take the yarn purlwise through the next stitch on that needle. Then I'm going to move to the back needle. I'm going to take the yarn purlwise through that stitch and take it off the needle, and then I'm going to take the yarn knitwise through that stitch. Okay, so this is what I would do if I was grafting the toe of a sock. I'm going to carry on like that. So it's knitwise into the front, take it off, purlwise into that one, and then purlwise into the back, take it off, and knitwise into that one. Right. So I was doing this as a bit of an experiment to see because normally I do the 3 needle bind off, and people quite often ask me if you could do it this way, so I thought I'd try it and see. And yes, you can do it this way. Yes, I think it possibly looks a bit better. The 3 needle bind off is probably easier, I would say, but definitely if you wanted to do it this way, you can do. So I need to sew in all these ends now, and it needs to go to amble pincushion as a sample for their window. Because I'm going to do a 2 colour brioche knitting workshop there in a few weeks time, and this is the project that people take away to do after that workshop. So in that workshop you learn all the techniques for 2 colour brioche that you need to make this. This is supposed to be a first time 2 colour brioche project, and I needed to make a new sample because they don't sell, Amble Pincushion don't sell the yarn that I normally use for this, so I thought I'd make a new sample. And I thought, as I've often been asked whether there's an alternative to the 3 needle bind off, and I thought I'd just try that technique and see how it worked out. I'm going to go now and finish this off by sewing the ends in, and then take it to the shop to go in the window. Here are the dates for the next 3 brioche knitting workshops that I am going to be running this year at Amble Pincushion, at Just Makers, and at Yarn Etc. in Harrogate.